Not all unfairness comes from mathematical impossibilities. In fact, unfairness also comes from algorithms and the data used in them. While in principle these sources of bias could be vexing, in practice there are also sources of bias that potentially could be corrected. Consider the example of word embeddings. Word embedding is a natural language processing technique used to translate words into mathematical representations. It is also a popular example of algorithmic bias. This is because word embeddings can perpetuate the racial and gender stereotypes found in its training data. In a word embedding, adding the vector for the word queen and that for the word man gives you the word king. This means that this vector satisfies semantic relationships, such as a king is a male queen. But not all the relationships learned by word embeddings are uncontroversial. Word embeddings also encode relationships such as man is to computer programmer as woman is to homemaker. In fact, if the text used to train the embedding contains mentions of women performing stereotypical actions such as cooking or cleaning, the embedding will codify, maintain, and sometimes even enhance these stereotypes. Recent research has focused not only on documenting these biases but also on how to reduce them. Word embedding bias can be reduced by expanding text with sentences that counterbalance biases or by identifying and subtracting the dimensions where bias manifests itself more strongly. There is also algorithmic bias in facial recognition systems. People studying the accuracy of these algorithms had found them to be less accurate at identifying darker faces, especially those of black women. This has motivated the creation of datasets that are more comprehensive in terms of demographic attributes, poses, and image quality, as well as the rise of auditing efforts designed to check and report on the accuracy and biases of facial recognition systems. Another discussion on algorithmic bias involves the use of pretrial risk assessment tools. These are algorithms used to predict the probability that a defendant will reoffend or fail to appear in court. Pretrial risk assessment tools have become popular in the United States, but they have been found to show biases. In 2016, investigators working for ProPublica published an article based on risk scores assigned to more than 7,000 people arrested in Broward County, Florida. They used that data to see how many were charged with new crimes over the next 2 years, which was the same benchmark used by the creators of the algorithm. They found that the algorithm was particularly likely to falsely flag black defendants as future criminals, at almost twice the rate as white defendants. They also found that disparities could not be explained by prior crimes. Unfortunately, biases are not unique to algorithms. Humans have them too. Scholars in the social sciences, for instance, have long studied the biases affecting job applications by looking at the callback rates for resumes with ethnically differentiated names or photographs. Thus, neither humans nor machines can guarantee fairness.